Speedrunning has a very interesting issue in that it thinks that integrity is really not that of an integral part to it at all, and you can actually do with it whatever you want. So I'll just note a very interesting play that I had to read in my time in school. It was in German. It's called Visit of the Old Lady. I think in English it might be Just a Visit, where an old lady comes in and essentially demands that someone gets offed. I believe one of the quotes probably transcribes into something like, everyone has a price. Interesting why I'd segue into this. So everyone who was paying a little bit of attention, or who is paying attention to ESA, of course knows, they are doing their next upcoming Break the Record Live BTRL with Minecraft. For everyone who doesn't know, just 4 months ago, one of the biggest speedrun dramas ever ended. I'm not talking about Lukuki's record being held in limbo in Super Mario Bros. 1. That's conveniently pushed under all rocks because that's a really inconvenient topic for Super Mario Bros. 1. Because what the hell is integrity? I talked about that with Ubisoft in the previous podcast, so you know what? I'll just leave it there. So, the Dream thing caused Minecraft to become essentially a completely untrustworthy game if you do it online, because you cannot guarantee that no one has cheated. It is so easy to cheat in Minecraft. It in fact only requires Notepad+, which is a free download, and maybe asking someone who either knows or looking it up on any wiki what integers you can change to change the game a little bit, because the speedruns are done in single player. So considering all of that is why I personally decided to ask, because Karl Jobst retweeted it, that's what I first saw, where I said the following: how will it be ensured that the competitors don't also use the same cheats that Dream himself used? The competitive integrity of this game is still somewhere at freezing temperatures. This is like making a huge prize pool for Tier 2 CS. And now, I could go on and on about, guys, look at other games and cheating issues. I'll just break it down with, there's currently an FBI investigation going on for Tier 2 CSGO, because that is really, oh boy, that's a very corrupt scene. So the analogy here is, there's absolutely no integrity or trust left within that particular game in the scene with CSGO. So of course, because Karl Jobst can't read and is a disingenuous liar, he has to say this: their tweet wasn't genuine, they are a bad faith actor who hates BTRL. So because that is quite frankly the most important thing of what he said here, where he's lying about me and assumes my stance, I'll say the following: I think BTRL is a wonderful thing. I believe it was first brought up with Break the Record on Speed Gaming, and it's actually very necessary. It's nice that you have a cash prize pool, but after Super Mario Bros. 64 and one drama that essentially involved Edenall, because Uranea, the community manager, had to tap out during that drama that was caused by Little KZ and Dumpy Punchy. I actually have so many names I could give to him, but you know what? I'll just go with that. Who caused a massive drama that has caused Edenall and Planks to delete their social medias, and of course ban Cheese and someone else who was involved with that. So you know, just so you know what kind of people you are dealing with if you deal with ESA. So when I say, if I hate BTRL, no, I think BTRL is wonderful. I just think that the people who are leading it are absolutely beyond redemption, and they are corrupt. And they need to be get out. Because if we want speedrunning really to become competitively viable and have something approaching of an esports scene, we cannot have disingenuous hacks and liars acting in there. By the way, Karl, that means you now too, because you are a liar and you are absolutely a shill. Because you got paid off. Congratulations. Great news for people like that is they don't need to watch. They have nothing better to do than to bring down people making things happen. I am not bringing this down because I hate it or whatever. I don't know. I don't even understand the logic. This is also influencer speech. So great job, Karl Jobst. You learned a lot from what Dream has done. All that I'm saying is that you cannot trust the competitive integrity of that event if it's online. And I had a lot of randos coming at me saying, but they have changed so much in 4 months. You cannot restore this incredible amount of damage that Dream has dealt in 4 months of stretching drama out, bringing the math in, making people distrust the math, and essentially a lot of people said, well, it's actually incredibly easy to cheat in the way that they did, to manipulate the tables. That has not been fixed. There has nothing been changed, and I don't see how you can. So of course I had one of the competitors reply to me, and I will tell you one thing. If you are a competitor in a cash tournament, your word about this saying you trust everyone participating, or you believe that you won't cheat yourself, is absolutely worth dog shit. That's just the way it is. It's nice that you can say it, because here's the thing. If you would ask someone, hey, are you gonna cheat? You would say, of course not. Man, good that we can trust this. The logic here. Why would you ask someone if they cheat and you'd expect a yes? Who would say that? Oh, it would be nice if all the criminals in the world just said, yeah, you know what, I did cheat. Oh, I'm going to cheat. If it means anything, I fully trust everyone participating in the event, including myself, smile. This is going to be amazing for MC speedrunning as a whole. Is it really? Is this amazing that you have a cash prize? When you literally know how easy it is to cheat, you do not have LAN. And this is where we segue into the other thing, because here I replied to him, the issue isn't trust, but the very easy to manipulate game files. ESA as a first party have more chance on LAN to prevent it with prepared computers. The issue isn't if or if not, but the ease and likelihood that it can be pulled off easily and swiftly. If we can also, by the way, just remember, how long did the Dream thing take? How long was the mod team busy? What was it? I believe it was something in the line of months, right? So that means that to verify if someone has cheated during this event, it would take months. Yeah, I'd really trust this. And he just replied to me, don't remember asking. By the way, if you really respond to something like that with don't remember asking, how about you just get off Twitter? Because I don't remember asking you being here either. Congratulations. No, I just really hate that sort of logic. And I replied, integrity is not of concern in a sporting event. Glad we got that covered. So then Karl, of course, because he read that tweet, here's the thing. I actually understand, because English is also not my first language. I just unfortunately had to make a degree with the thing that I did in school that actually demands of me to be in that tier. So, you know what? Karl probably didn't. I don't know his educational background. And I'm not doing like here an educational jab, because no, I didn't study. It's just a school thing. But it requires me for the European reference that I am mother tongue level. So here he says, they were advocating for a LAN event during a worldwide pandemic, so it's hard to take the criticism of an online event seriously. So of course, advocating is a big word. I think Karl is unable to put this into context, into his first language. And that's really the best I can hope for here. Because if he actually knows what the word advocating would mean, he wouldn't have used it. Of course, he's... just happens when you have stupid people sitting in front of their PC, right? But no, I actually know. He is that dastardly, based on the tweet that he did before, that he now is just a shit face lying about me. No, I didn't advocate for it. I said the only way in which you can ensure currently, with all of that has happened recently, is by doing it LAN and by having people who watch and who pay attention. So I also, in that line of reasoning, because Karl tweeted a lot about, oh, Minecraft could be so good, I just asked, how are you going to make sure you can actually trust these people? Of course, he didn't reply to that. And Karl Jobst also made a video like about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I don't care to look it up right now. He said, oh, these people were falsely accused of cheating. And he goes through a Minecraft speedrunner, where conveniently Dream is once again involved in investigating it. He mentions him like 2 or 3 times throughout that segment. I don't know why. He also pushes his avatar in. Very nice, by the way. If you couldn't tell, by the way, Karl is not a sellout. Not at all. And I think he finished that segment saying, man, I feel so bad now that I had to say that I think Dream cheated. And had I didn't watch it at the time. Had I watched it, it would have confused me, because that wouldn't make any sense that he would back off of that. Because the general consensus is that he did cheat. By the way, Dark Viper AU, our little colonial snake, I think it's wonderful that you chose that name for yourself, man. Also, the fact that you put Australia in the name. Thank you. Like, it's so easy. It's actually too easy. You shouldn't do it. It's almost like bullying. And both of them have talked to Dream and both said, well, we're not sure anymore. They both ended up in the same position. Very interesting. So, all that I ever in these exchanges did was questioning if ESA can actually do this online, and why they wouldn't do it LAN. I believe he also had one of the paid shells, I believe clients or whatever, call me saying, oh no, I trust the people there. And you might also be affiliated with them, which also means your word is absolutely worth fuck all. If you're a competitor, anywhere else, by the way, I know we're in speedrunning. In speedrunning, logic works differently. Time works differently. Everything works differently. 4 months is enough to completely clean up some massive irreparable damage. By the way, when I use irreparable, it's because I don't know how you could solve it. I don't know how. The game allows it too easy. The files are way too accessible. I don't see how you can do that and have a very high integrity leaderboard. There has to be done more. And if you people tell me, well, they actually really changed. Yeah, cool. You don't just get your integrity back after a little bit. Oh, look, we changed. We did so much in just 4 months. Wow. It's almost like you could have done all of that beforehand then. So, a little bit X to doubt. The most interesting thing in this whole thing, and this is what I'll end on, is that ESA has essentially decided it is okay if a former cheater in a speedrun buys his way back in the community and buys the goodwill back. I've actually seen that at least 1 or 2 people in the replies to that ESA thing were actually questioning why you would allow Dream to buy his way back into it like that with $20,000, because this is the big line. Oh, total prize pool of 30K. Yeah, so ESA secured 10K, that's really good. And Dream is adding 20K for everyone who get 20K total, 4,000 per person who makes sub 15-minute run gets 4K. That's cool. Can I just ask why your price, Karl Jobst and Friedrich Leithold? I will call you that now, because you two are fucking liars. You are scumbags. I have no sympathy left for you as long as you operate within the speedrun space, especially with such a demeanor, that your price is literally only $20,000. That's all it took for you to let him back in. I also know why. It's because he has a massive subscriber count, and you hope that if you put the name on there and if you put that all on there, that'll even it out. So you essentially are selling out our craft and the sport so that you can get all the views potentially from Dreamin'. Which means you have to hope to dear God that no one is bringing up that not even half a year ago there was a super huge fucking, not even drama, it was an integrity issue for Minecraft. There is no reconciliation. There was no reconciliation, period. And there's nothing you can do. So you just push it down and you silence it. And your silencing price is 20K. That's actually amazing. $20,000 is all it takes to get you guys on his side, because you all hope you can profit off of the Dream name for Minecraft speedrunning. It's not even about speedrunning, by the way. You just want ESA to get the clicks. And fair enough. But maybe ESA should say we're no longer a charity. Maybe they should say they are an AG. I believe that is a limited... I forget what it's called in that language, goddammit. Aktienkolleg or something like that. So yeah, you just want to make money and get the clicks. And by the way, if you do an online event, you're saving a shit ton of money because you only have to like rent the servers and get that sorted out. Wow, you don't even have to rent an IRL venue and fly anyone out. This is really cheap. So by the way, Karl Jobst, nice cell phone there, advocating for a LAN event. But it's during the pandemic right now. If that's really all that you... If that's your leg to stand on, by the way, which also completely misreads it, it's just like... Fair enough, I guess. No, what? Yeah, I'm advocating for it now because Karl Jobst cannot... He's not good at English, it seems. It's just not. So I'll end this by saying that if you want to work with ESA, especially in this capacity, and if you want your community to be essentially picked by ESA, by Frederick Leithold, by Karl Jobst, all you're really doing is selling your entire community to these scumbags out. And by the way, it's good that Edenall is such a good conniving cunt and a liar, because that means he's a great businessman. It's good that Karl Jobst has joined this rank too. I think it probably must have happened around a year ago or so when he first noticed that Minecraft brings in a lot of views. It's actually good. I mean that sincerely. It makes him good businessmen. But just think if you actually want to deal with that, because they're gonna sell you out. Price tag right now, $20,000. Get in now. Get in hot. Buy off ESA. But I really just blindly hate ESA and I have beef with Edenall. That's really it, you know? It's not that he is the flagship figure man and that he is the one person I can point to. Now I can also point to Karl Jobst. I guess it's also now personal beef. If that's actually the logic you approach this from, I don't even know what to tell you. You're absolutely stupid. If you think I have an issue with GDQ because I hate Edenall, by the way, holy shit. The same logic, by the way, I don't care. Both of these are absolute sellouts, and it's good that they are, because that means they have a successful business. That's very good. But that means that we have sold out the integrity of everything in speedrunning, just so we can get to that point. It's not worth it. It is absolutely not worth it. One of the reasons why, for instance, Warcraft 3 in Korea couldn't start up, aside from it not being that popular of a game for them, was also because they had cheating issues. CSGO has cheating issues, has a huge integrity problem. No one knows how to solve it. The pros right now still abuse the rule books, and they still can't be punished because you would kill the game. My guys, I will tell you one thing. If you believe in Frederick Leithold's line of revolutionize speedrunning, understand that most revolutions fail and that his revolution has actually happened already in what he wants to do in the way that he's doing in esports history. All you have to do is look some stuff up. Look some stuff up for the match fixing even in StarCraft, even though that was giga prestigious. Look how fucking disgusting that ended. Ended in a sea of tears. We are essentially now en route for that. And this event, this BTRL for Minecraft, is actually probably the biggest point of decadence I will now be able to point to. You know what? That's great. Love it. I want money to come into speedrunning, but as long as we have such disgusting scumbags operating it, nothing good will come from this. It will go down the moment this becomes too noticeable, or the moment people actually, the people from outside of speedrunning, by the way, have, you don't want to talk to them, because this line of thinking, this childish way of thinking right now only exists within speedrunners, where a competitor believes sincerely, I believe the other people, or I won't cheat, actually means a goddamn thing. This is usually the point when you would hear someone say, go touch grass on Twitter or something like that. No, actually go do some work outside for once. Go look up conflict of interest. Go look up how harsh that is punished. Again, congrats to Karl Jobst for being a sellout. Hope you enjoy that money. Hope you enjoy that hunting for fame. I understand you need to feed your family that way. I don't know if karma exists. Comes back to you one day. Who knows? Anyway, that's all, because this thing, you know, I really needed to shit this out like a turd, because this is so disgusting to me. I need to get it out of my system. That's why I use this language. Alright. Don't worry, by the way. Speedrunning has no integrity issues. Only people who don't want to submit.